At 9:33 right now, we're going to talk about mental health. And when it comes to men's health, it seems a lot of emphasis is put on the physical, and then we ignore the mental. That aspect doesn't get as much attention. But mental toughness expert Eric Rittmeyer of Fidelis Training Solutions is the author of The Emotional Marine. He's joining us this morning here on our Friday to talk about how guys can actually improve their emotional intelligence. Eric, it's always a blast talking to you. You have such valuable information. And it's so true. This is something that guys tend to ignore. But if men and women both experience emotions, why is it that men have a harder time being public with them or talking about them?
This is a major problem, Joe. And before I start, congratulations too, Dad. That's awesome. You look too rested up to have a child, man. Come on, I need some baggy eyes, bro. Come on.
I appreciate the congrats. On this morning shift, I feel like I've just had 5 years of being sleep deprived. So I've been training and preparing for fatherhood. So I'm good.
So here's the thing about this, Joe, right? Here's, I think, from a guy's standpoint, it's society, right? We're not allowed to show emotion. We're told to turn it off. We're told to suppress it. We can't express how we feel. The minute we say we're having a problem mentally, we're automatically labeled as being weak, or we're automatically labeled as being too vulnerable. That's a problem. We have to start teaching our boys and children in general. We have to let them know that 100% of their feelings are okay. Every single feeling they have, it's okay. It's how they respond to those feelings that's important. We have to do a better job at teaching our children how to express how they feel in a way other than being angry or being mean or being rude. We have to teach them skills for how to articulate how they feel.
It's such a good point. And I do feel like more and more we're seeing this being looked at as something that is strong, being open about your emotions. But so much work is needed to be done. And as you mentioned, it has to start with our kiddos. So this would be valuable information for me as I'm getting ready to raise a little boy. What are some tactics to use? You say we need to teach them, but what are some approaches that parents can take who might be watching right now?
100%. And this gets difficult too, Joe, because it's almost kind of like the blind leading the blind, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like as adults, we didn't get training on how to control our emotions. So it's us trying to teach our kids how to do something we don't fully know how to do. I think where it all starts with our children especially is it has to be age specific. Children have different levels of mental capacity as far as the conversations we're having, but it starts with letting them know that their feelings are okay. I take your feelings seriously. Let's discuss how you feel. We have these mechanisms that we've built up over time because we've been in situations, we've had to deal with stressful things, whatever. Kids don't have that. Let them know their feelings are real. Let them know we can relate to that. Let's guide them through that. Let's give them skills and let's teach them how to express how they feel. Let others know it's okay. It's not a sign of weakness. Let's acknowledge it and deal with it in a healthy way.
Yeah, important to remember for sure, and important to put into practice as well. What's a big problem when it comes to suppressing emotions? What are you seeing with people who do hide these emotions for years upon years, and then finally, is there a tipping point or a breaking point that you've talked with people you're working with?
Yeah, a great point, Joe. And it's like, I'm a lot older than you, right? When I was a kid, I used to be told, don't hold in your sneezes. If you do, your lungs are going to collapse. Our emotions are the same exact way. We can't expect people to hold these things in for long periods of time. At some point, it's going to overflow. For boys especially, they have to realize that these emotions need to come out. There's a reason why 78% of suicides are males. 80% of fatal heroin overdoses are males. 98% of mass shootings are males. Why is that? I'm not saying the only reason is because males suppress emotion, but that's a critical piece of this. Let's start letting our boys know. Let's talk about how we feel. Let's show ways to do it, and let's not allow our emotion to get the best of us. Let's find good ways to express how we feel.
And before I let you go, something that would also be important to discuss right now is for women watching. How can they play a role in making sure the men in their life, whether it be significant other, a family member, a friend, feels able to talk to them about their emotions?
Yeah, that's an incredible point, Joe, and thank you for bringing that up because that's another really important part of this. Men have to know that they can rely on their relationships with their spouses, with their family members. I think the more we talk about it, the more we're okay with talking about these things and getting it out there in the open. Men will start to realize that, hey, this is normal. I'm not vulnerable. I'm not weak. I'm experiencing things people experience every single day. I call these emotional tornadoes. We all get in these emotional tornadoes where everything's going a million miles a minute. Let's set the emotion aside. Let's try to control it, think logically, and rely on the people that can really help us.
Yeah, and the past year has certainly been an emotional tornado, hurricane, all of the things that we've had to deal with over the course of a year. So your advice is just so important now more than ever. We appreciate and enjoy talking to you, Eric, so thanks so much, and we look forward to the next time.
Likewise, Joe. Awesome seeing you. Thanks, buddy.
All right, have a good one. Right now it is 9:37, and the Metro